Now, a group of Israelis has gathered in West Jerusalem to protest against the ceasefire deal. Bereaved families of Israeli forces in Gaza are among those demonstrating. They're calling on the government to abandon the deal, calling it a surrender. The Israeli Prime Minister's office has released a statement on the ceasefire deal. It reads, Hamas has reneged on parts of the agreement reached with the mediators and Israel in an effort to extort last-minute concessions. The Israeli cabinet, it says, will not convene until the mediators notify Israel that Hamas has accepted all elements of the agreement. Well, Hamas, meanwhile, has released a statement saying it's committed to the ceasefire deal announced by the mediators in Qatar on Wednesday. Let's bring in Al Jazeera's Hamdah Salhut now, who's joining us from Amman, Jordan, because Israel's government has banned Al Jazeera from reporting from Israel and the occupied West Bank. The Prime Minister's office, the Israeli Prime Minister's office, Hamdah, talking about a last-minute crisis that's preventing the signing of the agreement. What exactly is this crisis?
Well, according to the Prime Minister's office, they say this crisis is solely because of Hamas saying that they're backtracking on parts of the agreement, looking to exploit the agreement, and Israeli media reported that some of it is due to the names of Palestinian prisoners who would be released from Israeli jails. But let's remember that Hamas released a statement shortly after saying that they remain committed to the deal that was that was announced on Wednesday evening. But it's also worth mentioning this comes amid the backdrop of a lot of internal conflict in the Israeli government, and some Israeli media this morning is reading into it as a crisis internally within the government rather than any sort of crisis with Hamas at all. Let's remember that there are members of the far right who said that they would leave the coalition, they would topple the government if Israel entered into a deal that they classified as, quote, bad. And that's exactly what's happening. Bezalel Smotrich and his party, Religious Zionism, have been holding factions meeting throughout the morning and early afternoon on Thursday, deciding what the fate of the government is going to be. Smotrich had said last night on Wednesday that he's going to need a guarantee from Netanyahu that Israel will go back to full-scale war after the initial phase of this deal, meaning that they're not interested in this going to phase 2 or 3 and ultimately an end to the conflict altogether. So that's what's going on in Israel. This security cabinet vote has been delayed. Netanyahu's office says it's because of Hamas, but according to what we're reading and what we're seeing within the Israeli government, it's because of internal quarreling within the coalition.
Hamdah, thank you very much for bringing us the latest day. Hamdah Salhut in Amman.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.